Welcome back, folks. I have Larry Stone joining me this morning from the Colorado Tax Coach. So, Larry, you seem like you're doing well this morning. You seem like you're in a good mood.
Oh, yes. It's a wonderful life, and I've been enjoying every minute, especially the drive over, where I get the beautiful sunshine, seeing the mountains, and just saying to myself, I'm blessed to live here in Summit County.
Yes, it is. It's definitely nice living up here, especially in springtime. Again, we got the great sunshine, still great snow out there to go ahead and ski up, which I'm going to go ahead and do later on today.
Oh, fantastic. I'm envious.
Now, so Larry, tell me, what are you up to over there at the Stone CPA?
Well, last week, I was up in Fort Collins, and I did a presentation called The Top 10 Tax Mistakes That Cost Realtors Thousands for about 50 realtors, and it was fantastic. They got that they could actually do something different in their taxes, reduce the amount of taxes they pay, save cash, and use that to send their kids to college.
And college is expensive nowadays, too.
And I expect it's going to be continually going up in expense. And it may not just be college. They might be able to pay their medical bills. They might actually be able to do something like retire in the mountains and go skiing and enjoy our beautiful weather.
Now, speaking of retiring and enjoying our beautiful weather, what are you doing still working? I thought tax professionals went on vacation after April 15th.
Well, that's what we're supposed to do. But quite frankly, if you're deeply involved in helping your clients, right, save the most money possible, well, then you're going to be working with them to do several things. First, you want to continue the planning that you did with them, help them improve the things that they didn't actually get fully implemented so they can actually achieve the better results in 2019. Then you want to be looking at their systems. You want to look at their accounting system to make sure they're gathering all the right information. You want to help them improve their systems. You want to continue coaching them in how they can use financial tools to reach and get better results in their business. And then you want to make sure that they're actually using their money to their best benefit and actually achieving the type of money returns that they want to have so they can have that money to retire on. After all, no one wants to work forever.
I'm ready to not work right now. Although I do love this job. This job is great fun. I get to meet people like you.
Yeah.
Now, my understanding, you've also just recently started sort of a new branch off of Stone CPA, and it's Stone Advisors. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, we're still working on how we're doing it. The tax advisory is called Colorado Tax Coach by Stone Advisors, and what we're looking at is Stone. I said that wrong. Actually, it's Colorado Tax Coach by Stone CPA. And the reason for that is Stone CPA is well known up here in the mountains, but Colorado Tax Coach is actually well known on the Front Range.
Okay.
And so we've got into the investment area, and what we're really looking at is having Stone Advisors by Stone CPA. And using that concept of bringing that CPA quality type of work behind your investment advisory programs. And we're actually really focused on using the planning concepts that we do to help people reduce their taxes. That is teaching them how to do it right the first time, guiding them in how to do it, providing them the proper tools. And then we provide continuing education. And so that's the big programs we're actually getting started on now.
And talk a little bit more about the continuing education and who's that for. And
So I initially thought it would be for people who come through the American Dream Boot Camp, which is our program for beginning investors, or investors beginning with us. But really, it's when I look at it, it can be open to anyone who wants to attend, and it looks at different features. We have one called Engineering Matters, where we look how a portfolio is constructed. We have another one called Verify, Verify, Verify. Those sounds like pretty good words, right? Well, the whole point there is we want to know, and we want you to know, that your money is being handled in a safe manner and avoid dealing with somebody like Bernie Madoff, right? You know, the FBI says that $30 billion is lost every year in fraud. So I like my clients to know how to avoid that.
And also just making sure that their American dream is protected for the future as far as like the risk factor and all that. Now, my understanding is you also are going to be doing some webinars in addition to the boot camps and your sort of in-person event. So can you talk a little bit about the webinars?
Yeah, so the first one is Engineering Matters, and in there we focus how you put together your portfolio. And oftentimes people use different ways. Some people just like walk through the supermarket and grab whatever on the shelf, or, right?
Yeah.
Or they rely on somebody else to pick it out for them. And we talk about what happens, why you need to be intentional about picking out your portfolio, why you want to have your assets broadly diversified, and what happens when it isn't that way.
Now, when is that first webinar?
It's Wednesday, May 22nd, and it
Okay.
begins at 9:30.
And that is great because I know you have clients both on the Front Range and up here, and that's great because that way anybody, no matter where they are, can basically attend. Now, where can people go to find out more information about Stone CPA, advisors, also the various events that you guys have coming up in the future?
So the website for Stone CPA is coloradotaxcoach.com.
Okay.
And to find out information about our webinar on Wednesday, May 23rd, you'd want to go to mystoneadvisor.com, or you could just call us at 970-668-0772. We'll be glad to get you signed up.
Okay, well, Larry, thank you so much for stopping by. Good to see you as always. Okay, folks, we're going to take a quick break, but do not go anywhere. We've got some great information of events going on around the county later on in the show, so stay tuned.